Hey guys, this is Tsunami with an update to my LoLa program. This is version 2.0 of my alpha. I've got a few things in here to show you. First thing you'll notice, if you've seen this before, is this background. It was thanks to Meridian, he made that for me. Now up here in the help menu, there's an about button, and there's an update history. If you ever want to see my updates that I've made, it'll show you in there. Sorry I'm not an OBS master yet, but I'm working on it. Now one of the things that I've implemented in here is the internal database. So if you used this before and you have text files laying around, up here in the file there's an import text files button. That'll take all of your text files that this program has made and put them into the database for you. And if you do a new entry, it'll automatically put it right up into the database. Now there is a modified database button, which used to be the load entry button. Brings up this screen right here. It has all of your games that you've played and all the information there. You need to edit anything in here. Generally you'll see a B before something means blue team or your allied team. If it's an R, it's for red team or the enemy team. Blue top, blue jungle, etc. Now I know with some lower resolution screens there's been a problem with not being able to get down to the damage and the vision stats on the entry screen. If you've had issues with that, you can come over here. You have access to all that information on here. If you click on the game, it'll highlight it in blue, so that way you can see it all the way through. Don't forget to click the save button. Also, there's a delete button if you ever need to use that. Now the biggest thing I want to show you guys is that I've made a duo analysis. Now to use that, up in the options menu there is a tracker. It brings up a screen that looks like this. And you can add someone to this list by clicking the add button. And typing in a name, another box will come up. Now these check boxes right here, add and remove them from the analysis, so that way you can have a bunch of people on this list but only look at however many you want to at a time. And then this little red X will remove them from the list. Now if we click on duo, go to normal, it'll bring up our analysis here. Those of you that have used this program before, this will look very familiar. By the way, if you have not used this program before, I recommend watching the first one that I made for this. Now, you notice a couple of differences on here. It'll show you your duo partner here. And it has a kill participation. This is now on the solo analysis form as well. Over on the left, instead of the champion tabs, it has tabs for each of the players you played with. And up here on the all, now instead of doing your top 5 champions and all that, this will be the 5 people that you've played with the most. Same thing on the overtime. Now another thing that I've added in here is, I know when you've played a lot of games, sometimes these overtime charts are a little bit hard to read. So if you grab a spot and drag it like this, it'll zoom in. It'll give you your scroll bar so you can see it. Now up here in the options there's a comp view button where you can look at all of your different comps that you have instead of going by players that you've played with. And it takes a second to reset all that. Now this up over here on the left is going to change soon. I'm going to make it look a little bit better. It won't let me do the scroll bar like it does on the top one. But on here you have your different comps and all of your different stats that you have from that. Now over here on the All tab, this does have your top 5 comps that you've played with for everyone that you have selected through the tracker. And if you highlight the comp, it will tell you the 2 champions that are in that comp. The overtime, it has your top 5 most improved, just like on the solo analysis. And all of these you can zoom in, scroll, do whatever you need to do. And that's about what I've got for you this time. So yeah, go check it out. The link is in the description. Oh, also, from now on in future updates, that zip file is going to contain 2 files. It's going to have the executable and it's going to have a database file. Now when you update, if you've already started on a database, don't replace the database file. Just replace the executable. If you replace that database file, then it will get rid of all of your games that you have in there. Now, well, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, give it a try if you haven't already. And feel free to email me with any feedback at tsunami@PieOK.com. And stay tuned for future updates. Thanks, guys.